Something in this line, cliché, will move you like so many others. To try it out in every key, a minor with a major seventh, and on down like a stairway to heaven. But George has a trick up his sleeve. Hello, I'm Lee Pat, and this is How Was It Written? Today we talk about George Harrison's song Something. And as you could see, it starts with a line cliche. A line that moves in half steps, up or down. And the simplest way to harmonize such a line is to let it run on top of a single chord, as in the beginning of something. You have C major, and you have the root, and then the major seventh, and then the flat seventh. Then when we go to the sixth, we change the chord. In fact, C7 is the 5 chord in the key of F major, so it naturally resolves to F major. And then George Harrison takes this melodic motif and recycles it throughout the song. So from F we move to D major, where he omits the major seventh and uses the same idea. And then we move to A minor, where the same motif is used. A minor with a major seventh, A minor seventh, and then again D major. And then the most interesting thing, going from F through E flat major to G major and then C major. Now, let's talk about the beginning. We're in the key of C major, but when we get to C7, that's a dominant chord that resolves naturally to the chord a fifth below it, F major. F major is still in C major, but there's this nice hint at a change of key. And then there's D major, which is not in C major. In fact, in C major we would have D minor as a chord, but here we use the major version of D, and as you can quickly see, D7th appears, which is again a secondary dominant. It resolves directly to the chord a fifth below it, which is G major, which is again a chord in C major. So there are these secondary dominants inserted here. C7 moves to F, which is in the key of C major, and then a substitution of a secondary dominant, D major, D7th, moving to G major instead of using the less bright D minor. And then normally you have 2, 5, 1, but here it's brightened to the 2 major version, then 5, and then the 5 chord, instead of resolving to the 1 chord, it resolves to its relative minor chord, which is the 6th chord. So we move down the line cliche to this minor 7th chord, and here again we have a natural 2, 5, 1 progression. So we have A minor 7th, D, G. Except that instead of going to G, the 2, 5 continues the line cliched, and we get to F, which is F major. And now normally we would have something like F major, G major, C major, which would be the 4, 5, 1 in the key of C major. But here, again using the idea of the line cliche, but this time moving upwards, cycling back to the beginning, George Harrison inserts this E flat major chord before getting to G major, which finally resolves to C major. And so you get two lines, two melodic lines going in opposite directions, but ending in this tonic chord. And the second time around, after the second verse, we modulate. Again, we saw before that the G major chord can resolve to the relative minor of its tonic, to A minor, but here we go not to the A minor but to the A major for the bridge. And in fact, again, the same idea is used. A seventh resolving naturally to D major, and then again we're not done with the bridge. One more cycle. And now finally D major to C major, to G major, sorry, and then back to C major, the key center of the song. And why did I mention Stairway to Heaven? Well, because when this progression is almost exactly the same as the beginning of Stairway to Heaven. Right? So you get the A minor chord, and then the root, the bass line descends while the melody above it climbs. Just as George Harrison, when he goes. And that's it for today. I hope you learned something new and something interesting and useful for your own songs. Thanks for watching. Please make any comments or ask any questions below, and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you have suggestions for other songs you would like me to analyze for you, I'd be happy to take them in. Thanks again. I'm Lee Patz, and I'll see you here next time for another episode of How Was It Written?